Vibrant Media. Be heavily minded and ethically conscious.
Another issue we see was Roho. They say Burkina Faso or Russia.
Yes.
And I'm saying so. Binim baby ayejina. Ya condemn America idea. Aircraft be akosisi horn and saying akofansem kakra ba yese Burkina president na ne bo fu kakra. Ghana for akwachi omo soja for ba yeja omo unsenke hu se ya chi Burkina soja for 19 wa Ghana. Aden yeja omo aircraft no so sanko back.
Me feel say a no.
Okay.
Why? And he said Burkina, I get me.
Yes.
Only if not anything at all, we're catching from ECOWAS zone. A true say you know omo border.
Yes.
A true say omo frontier. Your barrier, your frontier, your border lines, both on the bush. And you know no man's a friend say zone.
Yes.
What I say? Border enclave no kakra about 200 meters no edaho. No man say be any edaho. Na Burkina army uniformed. Na otima ba rush a Ghana territory mo. What I say? Enye ECOWAS sanctioned. And enye ECOWAS supported. Burkina anya part. Much as me, Burkina, I support their government and whatever, but I completely disagree. A uniform Burkinabe, armed Burkinabe army, without the authorization, without the knowledge of Ghana, i.e. police, Ghana security community, Ghana security intelligence, Ghana military intelligence, BNI, national security, etc., all the community combined, without their knowledge.
No mabaha.
Because you know many military exchanges ECOWAS will be brushed, they'll be bruised, they'll be angry. You know many exchanges. And one would ask, say, how did they manage to come in? This one brings to the topic, say, the country at the moment, or about 5 to 8 or 10 operating your friend is saying terrorist group.
Okay.
Our government in a fighting. Or Ansawad and Sedi or Ho, Akaide operate against the government or fight you. And it's a Burkina Faso take positions. And I say no suspicion of any divert. And I say troops to be befaho and tin ordinary troops bow. The idea say Omo Yirai. And I say they didn't know say they were within Ghana territory. And our Basano, you are prompting an anger, say among for whom terrorists no more kono. So almost a Burkina Faso ebe take cover to come and maybe omo eba bede ebe surrender omo.
Yes.
Then the anger now turns out to Ghana. Do you understand?
Yes.
Me? The anger now turns to Ghana. Then it will open a way for a terrorist group
to come.
No, so that is how the formation of terrorist groups, in any country number. Or share baby or be a government troop be a kote or nene Ghana don't have that time on our soil. Omu be ye den ewaha. Enti omba I expected that language. I mean no say the Adema American.
Can you be the entry?
There is the language that should go in there.
But ya soja for no.
Yama soja for no on what premise? What do omu ba kra? E omu say you were a Ghana special envoy with Burkina. That is Mr. Lati.
Yes.
Which is okay. And can tell me Mr. Bevlo Lati. And can he speak in Yeti? And can Mr. Bevlo Lati? I might say, quite far so, a beer, send ye yano. Na say, a true, Peter me be because unconfirmed minim. But security company, no, that the security community na acknowledge say, play and be baho. Na Burkina Amen 19 being truly so omo border no so. And a Ghana omo. Yes, indeed, Ghana country or Ghana as a country is self-securitized. Self-securitized in a way, and self-monitored in a way, say asaseno enyina abane the community into a farmer enihu. But a country bi anka ya abane and assassin any dia. So be so yatade no nam kura untim kokasa. And the idea nuntina yentiminya formation and the presence of your friends, the terrorist group, rebel group, and said the Nigeria and other countries because of our land system, your culture system, tradition, any land administration, ACIN. In Tiano na boy as a country, Obia Ghana ni Kran Timinye eku enkotina nwirem because en supporto land ni nya odia baby okwohye no obi farm nipa nko afom ko hu a enti ye safe enti say uniform abam na ye international uniform from another country na ni army or ye armed and na exercise na me expect say enka Burkina for no beka say anana Ghana government beka say na omu ye air parachuting ene de timisi ene bia in emergency no omu parachute to kosi eba Ghana territory they seek pardon and then apply for bia your friend say na aye adwobre no okọ but on inexplicable circumstances Burkina military uniform aba Ghana year 19 armed men and women good time Ghana phone call on just immigration officers no mko hu ye no thank God say no manye exchanges of gun of fire in immigration they crom yedua aba ne kromu ni tuo ba kokra enti kromu ntime nko enti one would say they did not come in a combat move but what were they doing in the bush?
But apart from that, someone say you are very aware. Say Nigeria for plane Kobe be cry Kotisi Burkina. Omo detain you omo for so many weeks. Ghana ne Kobwai. Nti ade na Burkina for the dia omo de soldier for 19 abewura Ghana. Ade omo plane abesi ana ye de eche omo no. Ya nya statement bia.
In fact, sa yene make reference to put a Trump debut. So if it is not good here, it is not good here.
Yeah.
I've stated my position. Traore, me okay with the oil. So man kwai, maybe changes. Say later krana, fine, you know pro democracy.
Yeah.
Obian say a krono year, that's okay. Name of sending soldiers. Ever started Rahano. It is a declaration of provocation. So when you provoke, Nasibia or military, omuba accidental, incidental, deliberate, and umbaya, emudiahi, the Ghana should let us know. So that the people in the belts, on the belts, villages or no, whenever in the future they say exercise bisu na ekoso.
Yes.
And you know na ye. Nebia eko was inti money allowed. Me, that was my suspicion.
Okay.
Say bia mo crime mo be exercise bi you bush. Name because of ECOWAS, yenti money allowed.
Okay.
And unfortunately no, e be a farmer bi an immigration folk who ye there. And no, mo find a way to water it down in a form of addressing the country.
Yeah.
Enti no, one can say abani chantro. A lot of things goes on. They lie about it. They cover it. And the Bakacha say, no more military exercise, and no paratroopers or parachutes, and dive to the Burkina border, about Ghana border. You are good to go. But, sir, just like that, we don't owe you an explanation. That do you want Trump to owe you an explanation of the actions and inactions? No. And you play a diplomatic card, sir. They're very fairly balanced. But then the security of the country, as a here, if not anything at all, where do the uniform need to room? Already in that angle, no Munsan Kasan our problem.
Right.
Boko our problem. Paga side no. You feel say why are there too much heightened with security? And this is a true money in Yamanema Corny and Kanwasem. Near Jaya Diana Kokambia. I don't think Senti Mini Honorable Mutaka. I think this is an issue on any defense minister. That is the interim defense minister. Any the security company or the security community, and for that matter, the government. I think this is an issue. They should take it serious and then address the issue. If they don't need to make the facts general, open to the public, there's a way also to address it so that there wouldn't be any future occurrence.
Okay.
And then
today, yes, I share Africa, Maduro, US, I'm sure, say, yeah, a very ample time now. After the transport issues are now because you discuss here 1 hour 10 minutes already, but me 5 minutes be I mean say January Mampenyi say likely say Benya defense minister. The lack of defense minister now affecting your security for the past 6 months and now why now we say obey an ideal prospect for the position of defense.
Your last part of the question, I will not deal with it because the government and the president has his vision and those people that he wants to use.
No, so was always security eye.
Yes, because all of them, if we are picking, of course, defense minister must come from the parliament.
Yes.
We're trying the parliamentary. I'm yet to find out those who have the security.
Not necessarily because now Omane Boama any parliament.
Yes, nevertheless, Omane Boama had a certain qualities of managerial.
Right.
Intina president in Ichusuno. You don't need necessarily to be a military.
Yes.
But I'm looking at the general background of all the MPs now. And so Mokasa, security background to me, I feel say kakra form.
Okay.
Minim de so Ichusuno. Notwithstanding, the question that I will answer has to do with, say, a country with their defense minister. It is very bad.
Okay.
It is very poor. Practically, from the time Nyameto and Safre, your defense minister, a country in this modern world without a substantive defense minister is an exposure. And it is a very, very... Yeah, Burkina border day. Defense minister would have picked the intelligence, but the defense minister that we have now is sitting at the Ministry of Finance. The country most pressured ministry is the finance, because that does and deals with the distribution of money, economy. Everything has to run through the economy, education, economy, bioeconomy. Do you understand me? And as a interim support, Obi Meye holding office and only holding the defense ministry. Please, Mr. President, with this one, this is the only opportunity I'm taking to speak on this subject. Not the Minister of Finance. The reason is very simple. The ministry is already too much for him to bear. Minister of Defense also is the defense of the nation because of these days, and especially we have Boko and all that.
Yes.
At what time does he go to sit on economic planning meetings and discuss about economy and brief the presidency and brief the banks and etc. about the economy? How does he get time to go and sit with the military? That is wrong. Two, relatively who is doing the work of the same Minister of Defense, you can say, sir, defense ministry aside, the next person that you can consider should have been the interior. Interior police, interior immigration, interior prisons, or fire service, or NADBO, or all those things. And the Sanka defense minister in Noah, now say yenya substantive, or baby take over and kafa interior.
Okay.
And now less ministry, science and technology, crown say, but don't mean defense ministry and San Koka Minister of Finance. Abraham Morovan, so a finance minister or what be a defense background and a military background or anything to do with defense there. Okay, because he himself or that history. Only that background or Juma, I want a finance ministry. Yaman concentrate no Jumano, no defense ministry, so says still in Yaubia. My interior minister share because it's the police and the same security company on the community no one share. It is wrong. We can't live with that as substantive minister of defense for almost about 3 months. It's not done anywhere.
7 months.
It is no, sorry. It's not done anywhere. Mr. President, this one there, please. NDC government come up. It is not right.
Farouk Al-Wahab.
Vibrant Media. Please subscribe to my channel for more updates.
Sometimes the loudest warnings don't come with gunfire. They come with silence, with closed borders, with doors suddenly shut. And today, Burkina Faso has shut one. Welcome to Power and Pulse. To our loyal subscribers, thank you for standing with us, for following every development, and for staying alert as history unfolds in real time. Tonight's report is not just about tourism. It's not just about travel agencies. And it's definitely not just about visitors. It's about security, betrayal, and a government that says it has uncovered something far more dangerous than anyone imagined. Because after a failed coup attempt, after arrests, leaked communications, and foreign links, Burkina Faso has made a bold decision. All tourism is suspended for 3 months. And the question shaking the region tonight is simple. Why? Burkina Faso is not a country at ease right now. It is a country on alert. In recent weeks, we've reported extensively on a coup attempt, how it was planned, how it was allegedly funded, and who the government believes was behind it. That story is still unfolding. Investigations are ongoing. Arrests are continuing. New intelligence is still being analyzed. And now, in a move that has stunned both citizens and observers, the government has announced a 3-month suspension of all tourism activities, flights, tour operators, travel agencies, tourist movements, all paused, not permanently, but deliberately. And according to authorities, this decision was not taken lightly. The government's explanation is direct. According to reports coming out of Ouagadougou, several individuals involved in the coup attempt entered Burkina Faso under the pretense of tourism. They were not soldiers in uniform. They were not waving flags. They were not announcing intentions. They came quietly, with luggage, with visas, with smiling faces, tourists on paper. But investigators now say that some of these so-called tourists were anything but innocent visitors. They were allegedly operatives, coordinators, or support personnel connected to the coup plot. And that discovery changed everything. Tourism, by its nature, is built on openness. You welcome people, you trust documents, you assume good faith. And that, according to Burkina Faso's government, is exactly what was exploited. Authorities now believe that certain travel agencies were used as entry points, allowing foreign actors to move into the country without raising immediate suspicion. Some arrived separately, some arrived weeks apart, some blended into cities and communities. No uniforms, no obvious coordination, until intelligence services started connecting the dots. Phone records, movements, meetings, unusual patterns, and suddenly tourism was no longer just tourism. It had become a mask. The government's message is now unmistakable. Foreign nationals currently in Burkina Faso will not be allowed to leave automatically. According to officials, every individual who entered as a tourist will be reviewed. If you came for genuine tourism and can prove it, you will be allowed to exit. But if investigators determine that you entered under false pretenses and were connected to the coup attempt in any way, the language from authorities is blunt. They will pick you like ripe mangoes, a phrase that carries weight and intent. This is no longer a soft investigation. This is a security sweep. So why did President Ibrahim Traoré approve such a sweeping move? Because from the government's perspective, the coup attempt was not an isolated event. It was not random. It was not spontaneous. It was coordinated, funded, and externally influenced. And when a government believes that foreign operatives are entering its territory disguised as tourists, normal rules no longer apply. Traoré's administration believes that allowing unrestricted tourism while investigations are ongoing would be irresponsible. In their view, borders must become filters, not open doors. Let's be clear, this decision is not just about security, it is a message. Burkina Faso is telling the world that it believes imperial forces are using every possible channel, diplomacy, economics, media, and now even tourism, to destabilize its government. According to officials, the objective is familiar: remove the current leadership, install a more compliant alternative, regain control over resources, gold, minerals, and strategic influence. And this time, the accusation is stark. Even travel agencies were allegedly used as tools. Suspending tourism is not painless. Tour guides lose income, hotels lose bookings, drivers lose work, small businesses suffer. The government knows this, but authorities argue that sovereignty comes before revenue. In their calculation, short-term economic pain is preferable to long-term political collapse. They insist that this is temporary, 3 months, not forever, but only once the investigation is complete. Inside the country, reactions are mixed, but intense. Some citizens support the move fully. They say, if tourists are being used to kill our president, stop tourism. Others worry about livelihoods. But even among critics, there is an understanding of the gravity. This is not a normal moment. Burkina Faso believes it narrowly escaped a return to chaos, and the public mood reflects that tension. This story does not exist in isolation. Across the Sahel, Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, governments are increasingly suspicious of foreign movement, NGOs, private contractors, and now tourism channels. These countries believe that regime change operations have become more subtle, more embedded, more disguised. No longer tanks at the border, but people at airports. No longer declarations of war, but quiet infiltration. And Burkina Faso is responding accordingly. This suspension sends a wider signal. Burkina Faso is no longer willing to assume innocence when its survival is at stake. It is saying, come openly or don't come at all. The era of quiet entry and hidden agendas, according to this government, is over. Officials say tourism will resume, but likely under stricter controls. More vetting, more oversight, more coordination between intelligence and immigration. This pause is being used to rebuild security protocols, not just react to one event. And once reopened, tourism may look very different. International observers will debate this move. Some will call it excessive. Some will call it authoritarian. Some will accuse the government of paranoia. But from Ouagadougou's perspective, this is not theory, it is lived experience. Coups have happened before. Foreign interference is not a rumor here, it is memory. Ultimately, this is what this decision represents. A line, a declaration that Burkina Faso will decide who enters, why they enter, and what they do while inside its borders. No apologies, no ambiguity. History rarely announces itself politely. Sometimes it whispers, sometimes it storms, and sometimes it closes borders. Burkina Faso has chosen vigilance over vulnerability, security over comfort, sovereignty over convenience. Whether the world agrees or not, one thing is clear. This government believes it is under attack, and it is responding accordingly. To our viewers here at Power and Pulse, if you want real-time updates as this investigation continues, subscribe, like, and share this report. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Stay informed, stay alert, because power is shifting, and every move now carries consequences. We'll continue to bring you the truth as it unfolds.
Vibrant Media. Please subscribe to my channel for more updates.